Jeff Bezos' journey to success is a story of vision, determination, and innovation. Born on 12 January 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, his early life was marked by challenges. His mother, Jackie, was only 17 when he was born, and his parents divorced when he was very young. However, his mother was strong-willed and determined to give Jeff a good future. She later married Miguel Bezos, a hard-working Cuban immigrant who became Jeff's stepfather and provided him with a stable and loving home. Jeff's last name changed from Jorgensen to Bezos, and the family eventually moved to Houston, Texas. Even as a child, Jeff showed remarkable intelligence and curiosity. He had a passion for science and math and loved to take things apart to understand how they worked, even dismantling his crib as a toddler. At school, he was fascinated by computers, learning how to program at a young age. During summers, he spent time with his grandfather on a ranch in Texas, where he learned valuable lessons about hard work, problem-solving, and self-reliance. His teachers recognized his focus and competitive nature, qualities that would later shape his success. As a teenager, Jeff moved to Miami, Florida, where his interests in technology and innovation continued to grow. But his journey was just beginning. Years later, he would have a bold idea, an online store with everything people could ever need. Starting in a small garage in Seattle, he worked tirelessly, ignoring those who doubted him. His perseverance paid off, and that small idea turned into Amazon, the biggest online store in the world. Jeff Bezos' story is not just about building a company, it's about dreaming big, making smart choices, and changing the way the world shops forever. Jeff Bezos spent his teenage years in Miami, Florida, where he attended Miami Palmetto High School. It was a large school with many students, but Jeff quickly stood out due to his intelligence and passion for learning. He joined the science club, where he conducted experiments and explored the world of science, and also participated in the chess club, a game that required deep thinking and strategy. These activities reflected his love for problem-solving and intellectual challenges. However, Jeff's real passion lay in computers. At a time when computers were becoming more popular, he was fascinated by their potential. He owned an Apple II computer, which was rare at the time, and spent hours learning how it worked. Jeff dreamed of becoming an inventor like Thomas Edison. He loved building gadgets, creating robots, and working on new ideas. Even during summer breaks, he didn't just relax, he sought opportunities to learn and grow. One summer, he worked at McDonald's, where he learned the importance of speed, efficiency, and organization. Another summer, he and his girlfriend Ursula started a summer school program called the Dream Institute, where they taught young children about science and creativity. This early entrepreneurial effort showed that Jeff was already thinking about business and education. Jeff was highly competitive and worked hard to be the best in his class. He took difficult courses, earned top grades, and ultimately became the valedictorian, the #1 student in his class. He also won the prestigious Silver Knight Award, given to students who excel academically while contributing to their community. Despite his academic focus, Jeff was also creative and romantic. For Ursula's birthday, he designed a scavenger hunt, sending her to different locations in Miami to find clues, a fun and thoughtful way to celebrate. Even as a teenager, Jeff's dreams were big. His love for science, technology, and innovation was clear. He was hardworking, determined, and always looking for ways to turn his ideas into reality. His time in high school was just the beginning, preparing him for the incredible journey ahead, one that would lead to the creation of Amazon and his rise as one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. Years later, Jeff found himself working in a tall building in New York City for a company called D.E. Shaw, which specialized in finance and technology. Although he had a good job, his mind was focused on something even bigger, the Internet. In the 1990s, the Internet was still new, and few people understood its potential. However, Jeff saw the future. He studied Internet growth trends and was astonished by how quickly it was expanding, 2,300% growth in just 1 year. That kind of rapid expansion was rare, and Jeff knew it meant something significant. He began thinking about business opportunities that could take advantage of this growth. With his boss, David Shaw, he discussed various ideas, including an online store. But this wouldn't be just any store, it would be something revolutionary. Jeff was about to take a bold step that would change the way people shop forever. Jeff Bezos and his team envisioned an online store that would sell everything, an everything store. However, Jeff knew that starting with everything was too ambitious for a new company. To narrow it down, he made a list of 20 potential products to sell online, including clothes, music, and software. But one item stood out: books. Books were the perfect choice for several reasons. First, they were easy to ship, unlike furniture or food, which could break or spoil. Second, the sheer number of books available was far greater than what any physical bookstore could stock. Jeff learned that there were around 3 million books in print and ready to sell. Finally, people loved buying books. Whether for entertainment, work, or education, books had a strong market demand. Jeff realized that an online bookstore could be larger than any store in a city, allowing people to find any book they wanted. This was a revolutionary idea. While some small websites sold books online, no one had yet created a large-scale online bookstore. Determined to bring this vision to life, Jeff decided to start with books. It was the first step in what would become something much bigger, the beginning of Amazon. Once Jeff had his big idea, he had to build his company from scratch. He didn't have a fancy office or a large budget, so he started in his garage in Bellevue, Washington. Many legendary companies, like Apple and Hewlett-Packard, also began in garages, and Amazon was no different. Jeff and his wife, Mackenzie, worked tirelessly in this humble space, where they set up desks made from wooden doors purchased at Home Depot. These door desks became a symbol of Amazon's early frugality and practicality. Jeff and Mackenzie handled everything themselves at first. Jeff was not just the boss, he was also managing the website, negotiating with book suppliers, and even packing boxes. Mackenzie took care of finances and bookkeeping. But they quickly realized they needed more help, especially with the website. Jeff recruited Shel Cuffan, a skilled programmer he had met before, convincing him to join Amazon as its first official employee. Shel played a crucial role in building Amazon's website, writing the code that allowed people to buy books online. Creating a website in the 1990s was not easy, but Shel's expertise made it possible. Soon after, another programmer, Paul Davis, joined the team. Originally from England, Paul worked alongside Shell to develop the website. With these two talented engineers, Jeff had a small but capable team dedicated to building Amazon from the ground up. They all worked in the garage, facing many challenges. They had limited money and had to be extremely careful with expenses. Their old computers sometimes overloaded the power in Jeff's house, causing outages. But despite the hardships, they remained passionate about their idea. Jeff's parents, Jackie and Mike Bezos, also played a crucial role. Believing in their son's vision, they invested their own money to help Amazon get started. Jeff was upfront with them. He warned them that they might lose everything. But they trusted him, and their financial support provided the company with the boost it needed in its early days. Even though the work was tough, there was an exciting energy among the small team. They were building something groundbreaking, working long hours but enjoying the challenge. They believed in their idea, in each other, and in the potential of the internet to change the way people shopped. This belief kept them going as they laid the foundation for what would become one of the world's largest and most influential companies, Amazon. Step by step, Amazon grew from a small idea in a garage into a real company. These early days laid the foundation for everything that Amazon would eventually become, the beginning of the Everything Store. Chapter 5: Books Online. Amazon started with a simple idea: selling books on the internet. Jeff Bezos carefully considered what products people could buy easily online and made a list of possibilities, including software, clothes, and music. But one item stood out: books. There were several reasons why books were the perfect first product for Amazon. First, books are like commodities, meaning that one copy of a book is the same as another. Whether someone buys The Hobbit from one store or another, it is the same book. This made books ideal for online sales because customers didn't need to see or touch them before purchasing. Second, the number of books available worldwide was far greater than what any physical bookstore could carry. Large bookstores like Barnes and Noble stocked many books, but they still couldn't offer everything. Amazon, however, could create an online store with millions of books, giving customers far more choices. More options meant happier customers. Another advantage was the existence of book distributors like Ingram and Baker and Taylor. These companies already supplied books to bookstores, so Amazon didn't need to negotiate with thousands of individual publishers. Instead, Jeff could work with distributors to get books for his online store, making the process much simpler. With all these factors in mind, Jeff decided to start with books, aiming to build the largest bookstore on earth, online. The first Amazon website was simple, mostly text-based, and not as visually appealing as modern websites, but it worked. Customers could search for books by title or author, see the price, and place an order. At launch, Amazon listed about 1 million book titles, a massive selection compared to any physical bookstore. In the early days, when someone bought a book, a bell would ring in the Amazon office. The team would gather to see who had made a purchase, and often, it was a friend or family member supporting the new business. Amazon didn't initially keep a large inventory of books in a warehouse. Instead, when a customer placed an order, Amazon would buy the book from a distributor, receive it, pack it, and ship it to the customer. This process took about a week, slow compared to today's standards but revolutionary at the time. Despite its small beginnings, Amazon focused on keeping prices low, offering discounts on popular books to attract customers. One of Amazon's most innovative ideas was allowing customers to write book reviews. Jeff believed that customer reviews would help others make informed decisions about what to buy. Even negative reviews were welcome, as Jeff famously said, "We make money when we help customers make purchase decisions." Within weeks of launching, orders started pouring in, not just from across the United States but even from other countries. What began as a small online bookstore was quickly growing into something much bigger. Selling books online was just the first step in Jeff's vision of creating the ultimate online store, the Everything Store. Chapter 6: More Than Books. Amazon's success as an online bookstore was undeniable. Customers loved the convenience and selection. But Jeff Bezos had a much bigger vision. He never intended for Amazon to be just a bookstore. Instead, he wanted Amazon to sell everything. Just like a physical store where people can buy books, clothes, toys, and food all in one place, Jeff dreamed of making Amazon the ultimate online marketplace. Selling books was just the beginning of a much longer journey toward becoming the world's largest and most diverse online retailer. Jeff Bezos wanted people to find anything they needed on Amazon, so the company expanded beyond books. One of the first new categories was music. Customers could buy CDs on Amazon. Then, Amazon added movies, selling DVDs and videos. After that, electronics became part of the store, offering TVs, computers, and cameras. Toys were another important addition, catering to children of all ages. Over time, Amazon transformed into a store that sold almost everything imaginable, products for the home, garden, and even cars. Why did Amazon sell so many different things? Jeff Bezos understood that people wanted choices. The more products Amazon offered, the more customers would visit the website. Unlike physical stores with limited shelf space, Amazon had nearly unlimited shelves online. However, selling new products came with challenges. Books were relatively easy to sell because they were all similar, but toys, electronics, and clothing were very different. Amazon had to learn how to manage, store, and ship these new items. This required building new warehouse and forming partnerships with suppliers. It was a lot of work, but Amazon adapted quickly. Some of the first new categories that performed well were music and movies. Customers enjoyed buying CDs and DVDs from Amazon, confirming that Jeff's idea was working. People wanted more than just books online. As Amazon expanded, it became clear that the company was no longer just a bookstore. Originally, Amazon's website tagline read Earth's biggest bookstore, but as the company grew, it was changed to books, music, and more. Later, it became Earth's biggest selection, reflecting Amazon's transformation into an online marketplace for nearly everything. Jeff's vision was coming to life. Amazon was becoming the everything store, changing the way people shopped forever. Chapter 7: Tough Times. Amazon grew rapidly in its early years, and many people were excited about the potential of online shopping. However, around the year 2000, Amazon, along with many other internet companies, faced serious challenges. This period was known as the dot-com bust. For several years, investors had poured money into internet companies, believing they were the future. The stock market soared, especially for tech startups. However, many of these companies were not actually making money. They were spending too much while failing to turn a profit. Eventually, the stock market crashed and the so-called dot-com bubble burst. Many internet businesses that had once been worth millions or even billions of dollars collapsed almost overnight. Amazon was also in trouble. Even though it had many customers, the company was still losing money. It was expanding quickly, building warehouse and hiring employees, but its expenses were higher than its revenue. A financial analyst named Ravi Surya wrote a report warning that Amazon might soon run out of money. His report alarmed investors, and Amazon's stock price plummeted. Suddenly, many people began questioning whether Amazon could survive. Jeff Bezos and his team realized they needed to act fast. They had to cut costs and focus on making Amazon more efficient. Their new strategy was called "Get a House in Order." This meant improving internal operations and strengthening the company's financial position. One of the hardest decisions they had to make was laying off employees. Many people lost their jobs, and it was a difficult and emotional time at Amazon. Employees worried about the company's future, and outsiders speculated that Amazon might not survive. Despite the uncertainty, Jeff Bezos remained calm and determined. He told his team to stay focused on customers and continue working hard. He believed that in the long run, Amazon would succeed. His faith in the company's vision never wavered, even during its toughest moments. During this difficult period, Amazon needed extra money to keep going. To raise funds, the company sold bonds to investors in Europe. This provided some much-needed cash, but the risk was still high. Despite the challenges, Amazon refused to give up. The company had to work harder than ever to survive, and this tough time tested everyone's belief in Jeff Bezos' big dream. Chapter 8: Keep Going. Amazon was struggling, and many people believed it would not survive the dot-com bust. Several internet companies had already shut down, and some thought Amazon would be next. The company's stock price dropped significantly, meaning it was worth much less than before. On Wall Street, where stocks are bought and sold, analysts were skeptical about Amazon's future. One analyst even predicted that Amazon would run out of money, causing more investors to panic and sell their Amazon stocks. As a result, the stock price fell even further. Inside Amazon, employees were also worried. Many had worked hard to build the company and believed in Jeff Bezos' vision. But now, it seemed like everything could fail. Some employees decided to leave, seeking safer jobs elsewhere. However, Jeff Bezos did not give up. He remained strong and had a plan. He told his team, "We need to get our house in order." This meant fixing the company's problems and making it stronger. Jeff began making important changes to help Amazon survive. He focused on making the company more efficient and eliminating unnecessary spending. He encouraged his team to be careful with money, to think like owners, and to work both hard and smart. Most importantly, he reminded everyone to stay focused on customers. "We are genuinely customer-centric," he said, meaning Amazon would always put customers first. Bezos believed that if they made customers happy, Amazon would succeed in the long run. Another key to Jeff's leadership was his long-term vision. While others focused on short-term profits, he looked far ahead into the future. He knew it would take time for Amazon to become profitable, but he was patient. He believed in his vision even when others doubted him. Jeff also loved innovation. He always wanted to create and try new things, even if there was a risk of failure. He once said, "It's easier to invent the future than to predict it." His passion for invention kept Amazon moving forward, even during tough times. His energy and optimism inspired those who stayed at Amazon. His famous loud laugh and enthusiasm motivated the team, making them believe that Amazon could not only survive but thrive. During Amazon's early success, Jeff often told his team to get big fast. But in difficult times, he shifted the focus to get our house in order. While the plan changed, his goal remained the same: to build a lasting company that would change the world. Jeff never lost faith in his idea, his team, or the future of Amazon. Chapter 9: Amazon Wins. Amazon grew into a massive company, but it wasn't easy in the beginning. Jeff Bezos had started with a small idea, selling books from his garage. However, his vision was always bigger. He didn't just want Amazon to be a bookstore, he wanted it to be a store for everything. Over time, Amazon expanded its product range. First, it sold books, then music and movies. Soon, it added toys, electronics, and clothing. Amazon became an enormous online store where people could find almost anything they needed. Customers loved shopping on Amazon because it was easy. They could browse and buy products from home at any time. Amazon also made shopping fast by improving its shipping process. This was a new way of shopping, and it changed people's habits. Before Amazon, most people went to physical stores. But now, many started shopping online. Amazon was one of the first major online retailers and helped shape the future of e-commerce. Other businesses learned from Amazon's model and began selling online as well. The internet quickly became a major platform for shopping, and Amazon played a leading role in this transformation. As more people used Amazon, the company continued to grow rapidly, earning more money each year. Jeff Bezos, the man who started with a small idea in a garage, became one of the richest people in the world. His vision had turned into a global company. Amazon didn't stop at selling products, it started helping other companies sell online too. This new venture allowed businesses to use Amazon's platform to reach customers, further expanding the company's influence. Amazon was no longer just an online store, it was shaping the entire future of commerce. Amazon Marketplace allowed small businesses to sell their products on Amazon's website. This expanded Amazon's reach even further, making it a platform where customers could buy both from Amazon and from other sellers. Another major innovation was Amazon Web Services, AWS. Unlike selling products, AWS focused on providing cloud computing and internet services to businesses. Many websites and apps today rely on AWS, making Amazon a giant in the technology industry, not just in retail. Amazon had truly won. It became the biggest online store, revolutionizing how people shop. But it was more than just a retailer, it became a company that did many different things. Jeff Bezos' dream of an everything store was now a reality. people could buy almost anything they needed on Amazon. However, Amazon's success was not just about selling products, it demonstrated that with a big idea, hard work, and persistence, it was possible to build something world-changing. Jeff Bezos turned a simple idea into a company that became a vital part of modern life. Chapter 10: Why Jeff Bezos is Rich. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest people in the world, but his success wasn't just luck. There are several key reasons why he became so wealthy and successful. First, Jeff Bezos worked incredibly hard. From the very beginning of Amazon, he put in long hours and was deeply involved in every aspect of the business. In the early days, he even packed boxes himself. His dedication and perseverance were crucial to Amazon's success. Even when Amazon was losing money for years, he never gave up. Second, Bezos had smart ideas. He recognized the potential of the internet early on, long before most people did. He started by selling books online when almost no one else was doing it. But he didn't stop there. He had a vision of an everything store that would sell all kinds of products online. This big idea helped Amazon grow into the retail giant it is today. Third, Bezos was willing to take risks. Leaving a well-paying job on Wall Street to start an online bookstore was a bold decision. Many people thought he was making a mistake, but he believed in his vision. He also took risks by expanding Amazon into new areas, such as selling music, movies, and electronics. The creation of AWS was another huge risk, but it turned Amazon into a tech powerhouse. These risks, though scary at times, helped Amazon become innovative and dominant. Fourth, Bezos always focused on the customer. He wanted Amazon to offer the best prices, great customer service, and an easy shopping experience. He listened to what customers wanted and adapted the company to meet their needs. This customer-centric approach helped Amazon build a loyal customer base that kept coming back. Fifth, Bezos had a long-term vision. Unlike many business leaders who focus on short-term profits, he was patient and willing to wait for success. He made decisions that would benefit Amazon 10 or 20 years down the line, rather than focusing only on immediate gains. This long-term mindset played a major role in Amazon's lasting success. Sixth, Bezos was frugal. Even as Amazon became a massive company, he avoided wasting money. He made sure employees paid for their own parking and snacks, ensuring that resources were spent only on things that truly mattered, such as better technology and lower prices for customers. This cost-conscious approach helped Amazon grow efficiently. Seventh, Bezos prioritized innovation. He didn't want Amazon to simply copy other companies, he wanted to create new things. Amazon introduced new ways to shop online, developed devices like the Kindle, and led the way in cloud computing with AWS. His passion for innovation kept Amazon ahead of competitors. Finally, Bezos was incredibly determined and resilient. Amazon faced numerous challenges, including the dot-com crash, when many people believed the company would fail. But Bezos never gave up. He remained confident in his vision and kept pushing forward. His determination helped Amazon survive difficult times and come out even stronger. Jeff Bezos became rich because of a combination of these qualities: hard work, smart ideas, risk-taking, customer focus, long-term thinking, frugality, innovation, and resilience. It wasn't just one thing that made him successful, but all of these factors together. His story proves that with vision and dedication, big things can be achieved. Conclusion. Jeff Bezos' story is truly inspiring. He started with a simple idea, just like many entrepreneurs, but his idea was unique, selling books on the internet. At the time, online shopping was still new, and very few people bought things online. But Bezos saw an opportunity and took it. He launched Amazon from his garage, and although the journey was difficult, his vision, persistence, and innovation turned Amazon into one of the most powerful companies in the world. Jeff Bezos worked extremely hard, dedicating long hours to building Amazon. He had to learn new things, solve complex problems, and make tough decisions. To help him succeed, he found smart and talented people to join his team. Together, they built Amazon step by step, transforming it from a small online bookstore into a giant marketplace that sells almost everything. Jeff was never afraid to take risks and try new ideas. Not all of his ideas worked, and Amazon faced many tough times. Some people believed the company would fail, but Jeff never gave up. He remained confident in his vision and trusted his team. Because of his determination, hard work, and innovative thinking, Amazon became a massive success. It changed the way people shop and revolutionized how businesses operate on the internet. Over time, Amazon grew into one of the biggest companies in the world, and Jeff Bezos became one of the richest people on the planet. However, Jeff's journey is not over. He continues to work on new ideas and chase big dreams, like exploring space. His story is an inspiration to many, proving that with a strong vision, dedication, and persistence, great things can be achieved. Jeff Bezos' journey is still unfolding, and the world eagerly watches to see what he will do next. His success story continues to motivate and inspire people all over the world.